Give me that. Give me that. Oh, you turn that for me? The monitor. Give me my money. Give me my money. Give me my money. Like our rich uncle say, who got my money? Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, W-I-N-S day, Wednesday. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Every day is an amazing day. Every day should be a Wednesday. And today, I want to talk to you about the role of accounting in business, the role of accounting in business. So here's what I need you to do for those of you that are coming on. You already know, I need you to hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live in his house right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And this is the Ramon Preston Show. And just in case you don't know, now you know, right? I am your host, Ramon Preston. And every Monday through Friday, with the exception of me going on a rendezvous for business, of course. Every Monday through Friday, we show up right here on the show to share with you information that is strategically and specifically designed to help you properly start, structure, and scale any business, any ministry, any income stream, and the truth is, all of your wealth building dreams. And I want you to rest assured, because this is my guarantee to you, everything that I share with you on this show, everything that I share with you on this show, no faking, no flossing, no fronting, and definitely no capping. Everything that I share with you on this show is a direct extension of my life, You see, I'm throwing shade already. I'm already throwing shade. Yeah, because we got a lot of people who fake, a lot of people who floss, a lot of people who front, and a whole lot of people who be capping. They should literally walk around every day with a cap on because they capping, acting like they got what they don't got. And they ain't fooling nobody because all winners recognize real losers. Anyway, back to my introduction. Everything that I share with you on this show is a direct extension of my life. I live it, I teach it, I preach it, and I share it with my family, and I consider you to be a part of my family. So thank you for joining the Ramon Preston Show today. Please put in the comments what city, what state, what country you're representing, who you represent, who you representing today. I want to give a shout out to all of our YouTube subscribers. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, would you please, pretty please, please subscribe to our YouTube page. We are approaching 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I want us to get to 6,000 at least before the month is out. I think we're going to get there anyway because every day we have new people that subscribe. But I want you to help me accelerate that. So subscribe to the YouTube page. I want you to follow me on LinkedIn. We have almost 7,000 followers on LinkedIn. Shout out to all of our LinkedIn family members and friends. If you're watching the show or if you have can't come over to YouTube or another platform to watch and to listen to me on the show today from LinkedIn, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being one of our followers. If you are following us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or Snapchat, thank you. You can find me on all of the platforms at Ramon Preston, at Ramon Preston. All you have to do is go to the platform, put in the search engine, Ramon Preston, and guess what? This big old head and this big old smile and this big old personality is going to pop up to give you the game. So I love all of you. I want to give a shout out to all of our coaching program members, all of our business community members, all of our ministry tribe members. I appreciate all of you because 20 years ago, it's 2021. 20 years ago when I was fired, I didn't quit, I was fired from my last job in the workforce. I'm talking about in the secular workforce. 20 years ago when I was fired from my last job, I remember making a promise to myself and I was talking to God and pretty much made the same promise to God that when I have the opportunity, when I am successful, when I can put myself and my family in a position to be stable, I am going to create a platform so that people who want to be trained in ministry and in the marketplace will have a platform, a hub, an incubator, a place to go. And 20 years later, we have Ramon Preston Enterprises. We have a consulting division. We have a coaching division. We have a training division called Ramon Preston University. And it is a global platform to teach you, to train you, to educate you, to impact you, and to inspire you to get to your next level. So thank you for joining the show today. Today, I want to talk about the role of accounting in business. If you did not see the show Monday and Tuesday, I want to really urge you and encourage you to go back, watch the show. If you watched it but you don't remember everything that I talked about, go back and rewatch it, because Monday I talked about how to maximize your business deductions, And then yesterday I talked about some very important creative tax strategies. And we went through the financial categories for tax purposes. We talked about labor income, active income, passive income. We talked about the importance of you as a W-2 employee, as a 1099 contractor, and even as a owner who has a EIN number or an LLC or a 501c3, how important it is for you to understand the creative tax strategies that are necessary for you to maximize your business deductions. Because when you do what I'm talking about doing, here's what's going to happen. You'll minimize your tax liability, but you will simultaneously maximize your company profitability, because you understand the creative tax strategies and how powerful and impactful they can be when you are able to implement them and execute them in your business, but also as a W-2 employee in your personal finances. I keep saying this over and over again, and you'll hear a lot of gurus and experts say it, which, by the way, if you just listen to me enough, if you watch me enough, you'll see that I'm not like reading a prompter. I'm not reading a teleprompter when I'm teaching you these things. And I'm not like stuttering and like lost for words, not all the time, but you can tell by my body language that what I'm saying to you has to be true, or at least it has to have an overwhelming amount of truth, right, to it. And it has to be, to some extent, extremely factual for me to be fluent enough to communicate these philosophies, these financial philosophies and these financial principles to you. So I just want to encourage all of you, especially in the world of internet information and in a world of like extraordinary knowledge where we have access to so much today. I want to encourage you to like read people's body language, like fact check people. I love when my team tells me that people reached out to us and they talk to people, and the people tell them on a regular basis that, hey, I Googled Mr. Preston, I searched YouTube and Mr. Preston came up, and then when I started watching his videos, I went to his website, I checked out his reviews, I looked at his track record, and I always tell people, listen, anything you find out about me prior to 1997, I'm gonna charge that to the game. I'm gonna take a hit on that one, because anything that you find out about me, that's like if you pull my criminal record up, if you find something out about me from 1997 or before, it's my fault. I did it. I'm wrong, okay? I was a hood figure, right? But now on the 7-figure side, from 1997 to now, for the past 24 years, since I cleaned myself up, since I got out of the streets, since I left the hood, since I stopped hustling and trapping, and I gave my life to Christ, and I got saved and filled with the Holy Ghost and delivered from living a life of ratchetness for the last 24 years, all you're gonna find if you Google me are stories or things that will reflect the forward progression that I have continued to move into every day of every week of every month of every year for the past 24 years. Now, why am I bringing that up? Well, number one, it's my story and I'm sticking to it, because if you don't know the story, sometimes you can't appreciate the glory. And so what I'm sharing with you today is information that has changed my life forever. I am able to stand before you and to teach you these principles, whatever they are, concerning spirituality, concerning socio-economic issues. These are things that I have lived through because of where I come from and because of where I am. And I use this platform as an opportunity to really give you the game, because I want you to win. I want you to have stability, and more specifically, I want you to have financial freedom. And so Monday we talked about how to maximize your business deductions. Yesterday we talked about creative tax strategies. And so today I'm talking about the role of accounting in business. This is very important because, listen, you don't have to be an accountant to understand accounting for your business. And of course, you're going to hire bookkeepers at some point in your business. You're going to hire CPAs. You're going to hire people to assist you with the financial transactions and activities of all of your operations, whether you have a for-profit and or a non-profit organization or an entire enterprise with holding companies and conglomerates and divisions and subsidiaries. The more you grow, guess what? The more you're going to need to know. Did you catch that? Bars, mic drop. I said, the more you know, the more you grow rather, the more you're going to know. And so your know got to go up if you want your grow to go up. And this is the role of accounting. I think accounting by far is one of the most overlooked and underutilized assets you can have in your personal finances and even in your business financial activities. Accounting, because we like to focus on designing. You know, we're like crazy about design. Everybody, like every entrepreneur I talk to, they focus more on logos than they do on accounting. They focus more on their business name than they do on accounting. They focus more on, I need an EIN, I need a bank account, which all this other stuff, and it means nothing because your accounting is directly connected to your revenue, is directly connected to your business activity. And so if you can't look at a statement, if you can't look at a computer screen, if you can't look at certain data and information in your business that connects you to the role of accounting, what that means is you have your focus on the wrong things. And so this is the time of the year that you have to focus in as best as you can on accounting, on developing and implementing creative tax strategies, on figuring out new and creative ways to minimize your tax liability and maximize your deductions or your profitability. And how are you going to do that? Well, you got to do that by getting information, by getting knowledge. And I want all of you that are watching me, especially if you're not in our business coaching program, I want you to keep in mind that in this description, in the comments, you'll see a link to an offer that we are extending to our community. And this offer is literally like, it's a game-changing offer. I don't think people who see our ads, people who see our videos, people who are hearing about this offer, I don't think a lot of people understand how valuable this offer is. Like, if you click that link, or if you go to RamonPreston.com/event, RamonPreston.com/event, RamonPreston.com/event. This is just a shameless plug I want to give you real quick, because I really need you to understand how important this offer is, and don't just look at it as a sales pitch. First of all, the offer is only $29. God dog, I mean, come on, $29? You spend more than that at the dollar store. but this is the $29 offer, and I'm giving you literally 4 VIP workshops. So again, our coaching program comes with 4 VIP workshops. We teach you on the 4 pillars of business success. So that is pillar number 1, sales. Pillar number 2, marketing. Pillar number 3, financial systems. And pillar number 4, holding company concept. So these are the 4 pillars of business success. Like literally, I want you to really listen to me. I'm talking about like on a real logical, intellectual level. If you want to be financially free, if you want economic stability and security for you and for your family, if you have a desire to be a millionaire, to be rich, or to be a full-time business owner, maybe you are a minister, but you want a successful operating organization. Trust me when I tell you this, because time is going to tell if what I'm telling you is true. You're going to see it in a matter of time. These 4 pillars are going to be by far the most important pillars that you can learn if you're going to go from where you are, wherever you are financially or professionally, to where you want to be. You're going to have to learn about sales. Now, if you're nonprofit, it may not be sales, it may be top line revenue. Okay? It may be top line revenue. You're going to have to learn about marketing, because you're going to have to learn to get attention. You're going to have to learn to make contact. You're going to have to learn to create awareness. You're going to have to learn about financial systems. This is where you're going to learn about tax strategies. This is where you're going to learn about income and expense tracking. This is where you're going to learn about what I'm talking about today, accounting. And then you're going to need to learn about the holding company. You're going to have to learn how to build a umbrella, organizational enterprise. For those of you that are in churches or nonprofits, this is like having a church charter or a reformation, very similar to what you may know as a denomination. So all 4 of these pillars, I'm giving you access to the workshops that I have taken 4 to 5 hours to teach and to train coaching clients. Most of the people who are in these workshops are coaching clients. They have paid thousands of dollars to get access to this, because these workshops are a part of our 1-year business coaching program. And we're giving you access to this for $29. Just that alone. Listen, my team, they know how I roll, and we all roll the same way. And one of the things we live by is we are willing to stand on anything we offer, because we bet on ourselves. We bet on ourselves. I bet on myself so much that I give people terms for our programs beyond the length of the program itself, with the hope and expectation that they will get so much value from what we offer that they're going to want to stay in business with us beyond the time of the program, and even beyond the time of the extended term. So I just wanted to give you this shameless, most impactful plug right here, because some of you are not a part of our business coaching program. Some of you are not a part of our blueprint game plan program. Some of you have never, outside of the 1-hour shows that we host Monday through Friday, you have never done business with me. And I want to connect with you on more of a personal level. I want you to join our business community. I want you to be a part of this movement where we are changing and transforming people's lives for the greater good, not just of the person, but of their legacies and the generations that will follow them. So please make sure you go to RamonPreston.com/event, or you click that link, invest them $29 into yourself. And guess what? If you would like to join me in person, we have just secured a venue, because we got literally overbooked with everyone who signed up here. We normally use our meeting room in our headquarters, and my team, they've just been working with everyone in our community, and so we've had an overwhelming response of those of you and those of them who have signed up to be here in person. So we had to secure a venue, and it's literally like walking distance. If I opened up the blind out, the venue that we're using is right behind me, right here in Buckhead. So I want you to click the link. I want you to RSVP, secure your spot. The virtual event that we're hosting is going to be a live event. But while you're waiting on the live event for Saturday, October the 20th, we're giving you access to all of that training. So you can start learning these things prior to the live event. And then if you have any questions, you could start getting your questions together. We're going to do a Q&A throughout the live event. And you could join me in person or virtual, but it's only $29. Come on, you can't beat that, all right? So let's talk about the role of accounting in business. What is, Prophet Ramon, the role of accounting in business? Well, first of all, before I talk about the role of accounting in business, let me explain to you what accounting is. Just in case you don't know what accounting is, okay? Accounting, by definition, describes the ongoing management of all of your personal and professional financial matters. So when you think about accounting, I want you to think about the ongoing management of all of your personal and professional financial affairs. So accounting, by definition, is all about the ongoing management of your personal and professional financial affairs. Now, why is that important? Because no one, including the people you work with on your team, including the virtual assistant you hire, including the bookkeeper that you hire, including the CPA or the TurboTax or H&R Block expert or whoever it is, including Prophet Ramon. If you hire me as a consultant or coach or trainer, nobody can take responsibility or take your personal and professional financial affairs into account as much as you do, because accounting is about you managing on an ongoing, daily, consistent basis your personal and professional financial affairs. So that means if you are thinking about getting in business, or maybe you're in business, you always have to understand that there's a personal side of your financial affairs, right? This is personal. And then there's a professional side to your financial affairs. So that means out the gate, like literally out the gate, even if you are a W-2 employee but just looking to make some extra money, out the gate, you have to start training your brain and really building the mental muscle financially to understand I have a personal financial affair management system that I have to have, and then I have a professional financial affair management system that I have to have. This is why even in my online and my coaching training programs, we teach you and we show you how to set up a personal financial management system and a professional or business financial management system. And depending on how many layers of affairs financially you have, that's going to determine how many layers of financial systems you actually need. So for example, like for me, I have a personal life, right? Okay. I also have a business life, and I also have a ministry life. So I am the CEO of a nonprofit 501c3 church charter. It's a reformation. It's an organizational entity for churches and ministries and nonprofits. So I have I have financial affairs that I have to make sure that are managed. So that's separate from the professional, the business, or the personal. And then I have a business organizational enterprise that I am the CEO, the president and CEO of. So that's another layer of financial affairs. And then I have my own personal life. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a head of a household. So for me, I have to have 3. But just out the gate, you at least have to understand, if you're thinking about building a business, even if you're just thinking about doing something on the side as a hustle, you have to go into it understanding that your financial affairs have to be contextualized, meaning that you have to have a fundamental, a basic, elementary, ABC understanding of accounting. So one of the courses that I teach in our Blueprint Game Plan is called the ABCs of financial literacy, because it is literally the ABCs of financial literacy. We teach you the A of accounting. This is what we're talking about here. The B of balance sheets and the C of cash flow. And each one of those have a world of information that you have to get acquainted with, heighten your awareness of. But today we're just talking about accounting. So by definition, accounting describes the ongoing management of your personal and of your professional. Something wrong?
No, Dad.
I'm going out?
No, I'm just making sure you plug me in.
Oh, okay. Because I'm in here running my mouth, ain't it? Your personal and your professional financial affairs. So if you're like me, if you're in ministry, if you're in business, and of course you have a personal life, you're going to have 3 financial systems set up. Okay? You're going to have 3 financial systems set up. This is accounting 101. And I'm not talking about the goofy accounting that you probably, learned or whatever in school. I'm not talking about that. Because just because you got taught accounting in school don't mean you got money. And it don't mean you know how to run a business. And it don't mean you know how to run your own personal finances. Because a lot of times we give this responsibility to everybody else. Now, why am I talking so passionate about this? Because a lot of you who are entrepreneurs, you are network marketers, you're ministers, you're preachers, you are a person, but you're doing other things on the side, whether it's as an independent contractor, a freelancer, a network marketer, a minister, a pastor, or a legitimate business owner, and you do not have your financial affairs like organized. That means you don't understand accounting. It's gonna cripple you if you don't figure it out and get it together before next year. And some of you have gone so many years not doing it right, you just done gave up. You like, man, whatever. I just don't even care no more. I'm gonna just stay under the radar. I'm gonna just do everything under the table. And then you become ratchet, you become shady, and you just really, you really become unethical because you really can't do things right. And all you're doing is limiting, bottlenecking, hindering yourself from really scaling to the next level. I want to be legit. When I set out to start my business, my wife and I, and to start our ministry and to do everything we were doing, I didn't know none of this stuff. And there were not a lot of people that were going to just give me this information. I had to pay to learn a lot of this. I had to pay to be in certain rooms. I had to pay for books. I had to pay for trainings. I had to pay for workshops. I had to pay for a lot of this stuff. And a lot of things that I developed was a result of me reading like dozens and dozens of books about ABC, dozens and dozens of books about DEF, dozens and dozens of books about X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then kind of consolidating the 60 books all together so that it could make sense to me so I can communicate it to my community and to my tribe. So that's what accounting is. Accounting is the ongoing management of all of your personal, professional, financial matters. Now, before I get into the role of accounting, let me expand this ongoing management so that you'll understand what it includes. I'm not going to talk about this today because I've already talked about it, but accounting includes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Accounting includes 7 components. And I want to give you these 7 components. And again, I've already talked about these components on other shows. I go into depth in these components in our training programs on our online, and I even teach it in our workshops. But I just want to give them to you so you can see the power of accounting even before I show you what the role is, so that you can start fleshing this out before you get to the end of the year. So accounting includes these 7 components. Number 1, accounting includes financial planning. Accounting includes income and expense tracking. It includes banking. It includes taxes. It includes risk management. It includes investing. And it also includes retirement. So when you think about accounting, when you think about the ongoing management of all of your personal and all of your professional financial affairs, even before we get into the role of accounting, even before we get into that, when you think about the basis of accounting, the fundamentals of accounting, the basis of the ongoing management of your personal and financial affairs, that actually includes financial planning. So you have to become a personal financial planner. You can't just depend on professional experts to do your financial planning. Of course, at a certain level of your accounting, you have to allow them to help you take into account what it is that you want to plan for in your finances. But fundamentally speaking, when it comes to you waking up every day, ain't nobody from Charles Schwab knocking on your doggone door every day. It ain't nobody from Merrill Lynch like calling you every morning to make sure you stand on top of your money. It's not happening. It doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. It's not happening. You got to take control of your own financial affairs. And so accounting includes financial planning. I teach you the basics of financial planning in this course that I was referring to, the ABCs of Financial Literacy, because you got to at least know how to set short-term and long-term financial goals. You have to at least know how to do the math. Fundamentally speaking, you have to at least know what you want, how much you want, and what you need and how much you need, short-term and long-term, because that's going to have a lot to do to determine the things you implement and execute on a day-to-day basis. A lot of times people have a problem doing work and grinding and really going to get it on a day-to-day basis simply because they don't have a financial plan, meaning that they don't understand accounting, right? But you also have to understand income and expense tracking. Like, you should know every day how much money you got coming in and how much money you got going out. You should be able to look at how much money you got coming in every day, how much money you got going out, and how much money is left. You should know your IEC ratio for every day. What do you mean IEC ratio? See there? That's something new for you. Your income, expense, and cash flow ratio. You should know how much income comes in every day. Well, I don't get paid every day, dog. How am I gonna know how much money I got coming in every day? Well, you take your 30-day pay, look at how much you get paid in every 30 days, and you calculate it. You divide it. I'm giving you some basic math. So let's say you get $3,000 a month. You divide that by 30 days. That's $100 a day you make. But now you look at how much money you spend every month. Let's say if you spend $2,500 a month in bills, you divide that by 30 days. $2,500 divided by 30, that means you spend $83 a day. So that means every day you make $100, Even though you might not work every day, but if you divided it in 30 days, every day you wake up, you're spending money and you're making money. So every day I wake up, I'm averaging $100 a day and I'm spending $83. So how much is my cash flow every day? Well, if I take 100, I deduct 83. That means every day I'm cash flowing $17. So when you out there splurging, blowing your money, just doing things that you want to do, you're not thinking about anytime you spend more than $17 a day, if you don't change your income situation, you're losing money. That's how you got to see it. And it's going to change how you look at the days you're off. Because a lot of people just look at, oh, I'm off 2 days this week. Is you really off? Or should you be off? But because you don't have a financial plan and you're not tracking your income and expenses. Number 3, banking. You have to know what banking is supposed to do for you and the role of your relationship with banking. Number 4, taxes. We talked about that yesterday. You have to understand financial categories for tax purposes. Number 5, risk management. Some people, especially entrepreneurs, never factor in the risk management when it comes to their business. They don't think about life insurance. They don't think about health insurance. They don't think about financial insurance. They don't think about people insurance. Risk management is not just about life and health insurance. It's about money insurance and people insurance. So you got to overcompensate for a lot of things that you haven't factored in that are going to create risk in your life. Think about it. You can have certain people in your life, but you haven't factored them into your life. And that person, if they ever walk out of your life or if something happens to that relationship, it just tears up your whole life. Well, you didn't do people risk management. Think about that. And then you got investing. Depending on how all these work, how you calculate these, that's going to have a lot to do with how you invest. So there are some investments that you might think are really good investments, but are these investments going to move you quick enough to where your financial plan anticipates you to be? See, these are things you got to take into account. All of this is accounting, ladies and gentlemen. And then number 7 is retirement. Retirement is not about you being 65 and getting a Social Security check. Because most of us, we might not even have Social Security waiting on us in 20, 30 years. We don't even know if it's going to exist. They're already starting to put out articles and information on the fact that Social Security may not even exist in the next several years, maybe 25, 30 years. We don't know. It could be before then. But why wait until you 70 years old to realize, man, I'm broke? You know how many people wait to retire and then when they retire, they realize they don't have enough money to live even the current quality of life that they're living. They can't even afford the life they was living at 40 because they didn't factor that in. They didn't take account of retirement. So accounting includes those components. And again, I'm fleshing through this because I really just wanted to get to the main thing, which is the role of accounting. So what is, Prophet Ramon, since you're doing all this talking, what is the role? What is the role of accounting? So you told me, you shared with me what accounting is, what it describes. You showed me what accounting includes. Now, what exactly is the role? Why do I need to know so much about accounting as an individual in my personal financial matters, as a business owner in my professional financial matters, and for those of you that are in ministry, in my ministerial financial matters? You know why? Because the role of accounting, it provides 2 specific things. It provides a connecting route or route. That's how you properly say it. It provides a connecting route, and it provides a concentrated report for all your financial matters. Like if you really took the time, even beyond the show, and went through just that one workshop that I'm offering on financial systems, and you listen to this over and over again just to learn this part, it will change the way you do your financial affairs. Literally, it will change it. I'm telling you, knowledge is powerful, but it's even more powerful when you get it and you use it. So this is something that's very, very important. So the role of accounting is to provide a connecting route and a concentrated report for all of your financial activities within your personal life, within your business, and even any organization. Now, why is this important? Because if accounting provides a connecting route and a concentrated report, that means accounting is going to make sure every move you make is interconnected to each other. So there's things that you need to do, let's say in 2022, right? There are things that you want to do that financially you're planning to do in 2022, but you got to connect that route to things you're doing right now in October of 2021. But you also got to connect both of those to what you did in January of 2021. So when you create this connecting route, and then you are able to develop a concentrated report on all of those overall activities, it gives you, this is what it gives you. I'm telling y'all, this is powerful, so I hope you hear me. It gives you like the superpower to predict what can happen in 2022. So if you want to eliminate, like if you want to get rid of like uncertainty in your finances, understand what I'm talking about. See, if you listen to people like Jeff Bezos, I've heard Jeff Bezos say it. This is the CEO or former CEO, but he still owns Amazon, right? He's the founder of Amazon. I've heard Jeff Bezos say it a couple times. He said, the reason why we come into certain quarters, like the fourth quarter, Q4 of 2021, the reason why Jeff Bezos can come as a company into Q4 of 2021 and already do what they have confidence to do financially is because when he was in Q1 of 2019, like two and a half years before now, when he was in the first quarter of 2019, he was able to project out what they could actually get done in the fourth quarter of 2021 because he had a connecting route. He knew what he would be able to anticipate in the fourth quarter of 2021 based on what he was doing in the first quarter of 2019, based on what they did the third quarter of 2016. So there was a connecting route that they were able to use to bring all three of these dynamics together to create a concentrated report of their financial matters. So when Q4 of 2021 comes, Jeff Bezos is like, we got this, dog. We straight. We Goshen. We good over here. What would you be able to do if you could actually predict the first or second or third or fourth quarter of 2022? Like, I'm already talking to my team about 2022, 2023, and they getting so good because they listening to me so much. They already know when I start dropping certain things in, they're looking at, okay, how is what he's talking about doing right now connecting to something else? Because we know it's going somewhere. Because I want them to understand that everything we're doing should have a connecting route. Watch this, not just operationally, but financially. I'm dropping bars to y'all for free, man. This is like free 99. This is game. Y'all better listen to me. Because can't nobody say, nobody in their right mind gonna be able to say, man, Prophet Ramon, he had all that knowledge. We didn't believe he was gonna be a billionaire, but he had all that knowledge and he wasn't sharing it with nobody. Nobody's gonna be able to ever say that. Nobody's going to be able to say that. You know why? Because whoever hears them, they're going to say, You must have never been to his YouTube page. You must have never been to his Facebook page. You must have never been to his LinkedIn page. You must have never seen how much information he put for free on social media and how much information he has in his Ramon Preston University platform. The man has a whole training platform, a whole online university teaching business, finance, holding companies, tax strategies, goal setting, scheduling, ministry, leadership. Like, he teaches all this stuff every day. The man has figured this thing out, and he's sharing it with us and distributing it with us. And for those of you that are watching me and you just getting off on an hour show every day, you got to lean in and say, you know what? I need more of a concentration to what I'm learning from him in these snippets of a show every day. You need to plug in. You need to stop tripping and understand this is going to be the difference between you either staying stuck or getting unstuck and getting successful. This is the difference. You gotta make that decision, what you want to do. So the role of accounting is to provide a connecting route and a concentrated report, right? Now, this routing and reporting should include 3 critical things, all right? 3 things it should include. I'm going to give them to you, and then I'm gone. It should include historical tracing. It should include current tracking, and it should include future forecasting. Man, if y'all have any questions, I want you to drop the questions in the comments, because I hope y'all hear me on this one. All of you entrepreneurs got to get good at this. And again, don't tell me, hey, Prophet Ramon, I was in the free workshop you gave, or the free boot camp, or I paid for the last workshop, or I'm on the blueprint, I'm a part of Ramon Preston University, I'm in your coaching program, or I listen to you every day. If you don't know this stuff like I know it, like even though I have my handouts in front of me, because everything that I'm offering in this workshop deal, I have included all the handouts as well. So I had my personal assistant to give me the handouts, so I wouldn't necessarily have to just keep fumbling around to pull some of these nuances, because I'm taking like hours and hours worth of data and I'm trying to condense it and reconfigure it in a way that it's at least digestible for a 1-hour show. But I want you to just go back, if you have access to it, and just keep listening to it until it like becomes like a real reality to you. Okay, so for those of you that have any questions, I want you to send me the question in the comments. I just got a message from somebody, and it's a really good message. So someone just sent me a message for me to they want me to be a host on their show. Just got a message. Isn't that good? Excuse me. I'm all right. I got my strong drink with me. Let me give a few shout outs to my YouTube family. I'm on YouTube right now. So I want to give a shout out to the G, M-O-U-A-D, the G Mod. They say this is so useful. Thank you. Hey, thank you. We got Coco Bob. Oh, so easy to understand. We got Andre, CBCB. Interesting. We got My Great Videos. Hello. Beautiful Nature. Ayla. Marcus Dames. I see you. Who is Valicia Jones? Oh, that's my personal. So these are the three things that the role of accounting that provides a connecting route and concentrated report it includes. So what is historical tracing? Historical tracing provides a past detailed financial analysis of how much money you made, how much money you spent, and how much money was left. So when you're doing historical tracing, it's similar to what an accountant may do for you next year when you get ready to do your taxes. They're going to trace, they're going to look back at what you did in 2021 to figure out how much money you made, right? They're going to look at how much money was spent, and they're going to see how much money was left to determine your tax liability. This is somewhat of a historical tracing procedure that's going to take place. Current tracking provides a present day-to-day detailed financial analysis of your current income, expenses, and cash flow. So if you're going to be financially savvy, if you're going to be successful financially in your business, you got to implement this literally every day. So you should be able to look back to January 1, 2021, all the way to, what's the day? October what? October 20th, 2021. You should be able to look all the way back to January 1, 2021 from today and trace all of your financial affairs, all of your activities, all of your transactions to see how much money did I make, how much money did I spend, and how much money is left. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about that because there's a certain amount of money that's left and there's a certain amount of money that you're going to be considered, that will be considered taxable. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, there could be a certain dollar amount that's left, but your bank account is zero because you didn't trace and track it throughout the year. So that means you were unable to allocate certain cash flow for operating expenses for reserves. This is why a lot of people end up at the end of this year, going into 2022, guess what they're going to end up? They're going to end up owing taxes, a certain dollar amount, but they don't have no money. So it's like, what am I paying taxes on? Money I don't have? Because you didn't do this. You didn't take this stuff into account. It happens every year. Every year, people don't do just this simple analysis of historical tracing, current tracking, and future forecasting, and they end up having a tax liability. This is what you owe taxes on because a certain dollar amount you made, right? But you have no money. So it's like, why am I paying taxes on money I don't have? No, it's the taxable net income or net revenue, but you didn't trace it, you didn't track it, you didn't forecast it, so you ended up not even having money that you're paying taxes on. So you have historical tracing is the past, current tracking is the present, and then future forecasting. Why is future forecasting important? Because it is a general financial analysis of anticipated income, expenses, cash flow, and strategic tax saving opportunities. So now in October, you should be going back to January 1. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. And I talk about this in the workshop. So you need to get access to the workshop and start learning these things. You need to be going back to January 1, tracing all your financial activities, bringing it to your current financial activities, and then when you reconcile everything, you can start forecasting to see, okay, what if I filed my taxes today, what would my tax liability be today? And then you can start forecasting out to see what can I do strategically to lower my tax liability. I'm giving you free game today. You have no idea how valuable this is. Some of you know how valuable it is because you're a part of my coaching program. Some of you know how valuable it is because you listen to me every day because you're on my program, you're learning from our blueprint. So you know how valuable this is. I want you to take advantage of the offer that I just gave you. In the link that you see on this video, in the comments, there's a link. I want you to go to Ramon Preston. If you click the link, it's going to take you to RamonPreston.com/event. And you're going to see a $29 offer. If you can't afford to invest $29 just to learn what I'm teaching you here, then maybe you just want to be a failure. Maybe you want to struggle financially. But for all of you that don't, here's what I want you to do. I want you to click the link or go to ramonpreston.com/event. I want you to RSVP for $29 to our upcoming sales and marketing workshop. All right, I'm going to be teaching you sales and marketing. We're going to take about 4, 5, 6 hours and do a deep dive into sales and marketing. While you're waiting, this is going to be on Saturday, November the 20th from 12 to 4. But while you're waiting, I'm giving you 2 other free workshops. One is going to be on financial systems. Everything that I'm talking about here with tax strategies, business deductions, tracing, tracking, forecasting, QuickBooks. We talk about the role of accounting. We talk about the 7 components of accounting. We talk about the ABCs of financial literacy, balance sheets, cash flow, and I'm giving you another workshop on holding companies. So just this workshop alone, you're going to learn how to file and form your information to have a holding company, LLC. I show you how to structure it to have a operating company, LLC. I answer some of the most common questions about holding companies. I teach about the concept. How do you use the concept with your current LLC? How do you transfer assets? How do you layer it with leasing equipment or starting other investment vehicles under your holding company? So you get all of this training today for $29. You can't beat it. I'm giving it away, man. But I love my people so much. I'm successful. I'm financially free. So I can really afford to be even more of a blessing to my people because I'm living all these principles out. And guess what? My wife and I have been married for 18 years. We have been full-time entrepreneurs the entire time we've been married. And everything that we have accomplished, like on a financially free 7-figure millionaire level, on for real level, everything that we've been able to accomplish has happened within the last 3.5 years. We started our wealth building journey in 2018. The first 15 years, my wife and I were making 6 figures. We were doing good. We were living good. Things were good now. It's not like we were like struggling. We were doing good, but we were not financially free. We were not in a position economically that we could be considered millionaires and could continue to build a multi-million-dollar organization. We didn't have what we have right now. We wasn't where we are right now. And I say that with humility, with gratefulness to God and to my wife for allowing me to continue to lead us to where we are today. And it's changed our life. Definitely gonna change the life of my children, my children's children, like my team, my family, my tribe, my church. The church that I planted, that my wife now pastors, is a wealthy, healthy church because of what I decided to do. Not just 18 years ago, but 3.5 years ago when I made the decision and the commitment. I'm getting wealthy, man. I'm finna play a different game. And when I get there, at least when I get to where I know I'm stable, I'm successful, I'm free, I'm going to make sure that I start really banging out on social media. Because I was just that type of person. If I wasn't where I am right now financially, I wouldn't be doing live shows. Because I'm not going to be talking about something that I know I don't have. I'm just not going to do it. Just in case somebody pull receipts or fact check. I'm just not going to be on social media capping and lying, knowing that I don't have it. Knowing that you can't find it anywhere if you actually did your homework. I'm not going to be that person. Now, again, you might pull tax reports from me and you may be shocked because you're going to be like, dog, where's all this money at? You've suffered losses. Well, on paper. And that was for free. Let's see here. William Powers says, hey, I was just watching your videos and found out you were live. What's up, Will? Appreciate you, man. I want you to give me a call. We have a $29 offer for these 4 workshops, and we also have a blueprint game plan. I want y'all to take advantage of this. I want you to join our online training community, our blueprint game plan. We have a business and financial training program. It's literally a 5-step wealth building system. Everything that I'm teaching y'all, I share with you in that blueprint game plan. And we also have a 1-year business coaching program. So we have so many amazing programs. We have a business certification program that we teach people consulting, coaching, and training so that they can be professional consultants, coaches, and trainers. We have a licensing program where all of the information we share, all of the programs and services that we sell and we provide to the community, you can be a licensee and you can have access and authorization to sell it and make money as well. So whatever we can do to help you, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to text the number you see in the description if you need further assistance. Otherwise, go to RamonPreston.com/event. Sign up. I look forward to seeing you not just there at the live event and answering any questions you have, but I also look forward to seeing you right here tomorrow. Same place, same time on the Ramon Preston Show. Love y'all. Have an amazing